You walked out of that interview feeling very amazing, right? The interviewer was smiling. They said this was really very good conversation. They also mentioned we will get back to you very soon. Now you are feeling very excited and happy. You call your mother. You told about this interview to your friend. And you almost started planning your notice period. And then nothing. Days pass, then week, और फिर एक छोटा सा email. We have decided to move forward with other candidate. आज मैं आपको बताऊंगी इसका असली रीज़न क्या है. Not what you think. See, most people think a bad outcome means a bad interview. So they replay every answer like, maybe I paused too long on that particular question, or maybe I should have smiled more, or maybe the answer to tell me about something was too long. Everything is like whole days replaying in their mind. You know what? I have sat on the other side of the table for years. I have screened thousands of profiles, and I have sat in the room after the interview when the real decisions gets made. And I can tell you, most of the time the interview wasn't the problem. So I'm just giving you a thought process. Just think about that. Think about a rishta meeting, like the traditional kind of Indian marriages where family comes to meet potential match. Most of the time, boy family meets to girl family. So now think about a meeting is going on. Everybody is smiling. Tea have served 2 times because they were so engaged. And boy family is saying, ओ हमें आपसे मिलके बहुत अच्छा लगा, हम आपको जल्दी ही बताते हैं, घर में बात करते हैं, फिर आपको जल्दी ही खुशखबरी देते हैं. And they left. Now the girl's family is waiting for the response, but no response. So was the meeting bad? Was the get-together was bad? No, it was not. I will tell you what happened in between. The truth is, they were meeting 3 other families that same month or maybe the same week, and somebody somewhere had one small thing that tipped the scale. Maybe a better horoscope match, or maybe a closer family friend recommended them. You will never know what it was. And a job interview works exactly the same way. I call this the invisible interviewer. See, every interview has one person in the room you never met. You never see their face, you never hear their voice. But they decide the outcome more than anyone sitting across you. That invisible interviewer is comparison. Once you understand the invisible interviewer, the entire process stops feeling personal and it starts feeling like something you can actually work with. Let me show you exactly how it works with a real example. See, here's what actually happens after you leave the interview room. Layer 1, the scorecard. See, every interviewer fills a scorecard. It's not like pass or fail, it's a number. Communication, technical skill, culture fit. Each gets a score out of 5 or 10. Second layer is shortlist. See, your scorecard doesn't sit alone. It sits next to 4 or 5 other candidates you never met, interviewed on different days or sometimes different week. And now comes the layer 3, and that is very important. It is the calibration call. This is no HR will ever tell you about this. The HR manager and the panel get on a call. They compare notes, and in that call, one sentence decides everything. It can be anything like, both were strong, but the other person had already used the tool we were switching the next quarter. See, right now everybody on the same level, but one tool, that's it. It is the complete whole gap. Not your skill, not your experience, just a small tool, and that created all the difference. So let me tell you about one of my coaching client, Vikas. Vikas had 4 rounds of interviews for a product role. Every single interviewer told him something like same. Great communication, clear thinking, we enjoy talking to you. He came out feeling like, yes, the offer is his. He's totally assured about that. Yes, he's going to get that. 2 weeks later, he got rejection email. No feedback, just the standard line, like we are going with the other candidate. He reached out to me, and that particular moment, he was like convinced that yes, he has done something wrong. We went through every round together. Nothing wrong, nothing weak. In fact, he was way more stronger than the candidate I have coached for the same kind of role. His answers were solid. So we did something different because his situation was different. So instead of guessing, I helped him request specific feedback. Not why was I rejected? No, but a targeted question so that he can identify. Was there a specific skill gap compared to the final candidate? And 3 days later, the recruiter replied, the other candidate had hands-on experience with a particular tool. That's it, one tool. Everything else equal or better. But that one tool created the difference. That one statement changed how Vikas approached every interview after that. He stopped asking, was I good enough? He started asking, what's the one thing I can't control and what's one thing I can fully control? That's the difference. It is the fact that you can't see the invisible interviewer, but you can reduce how much power it has over you. So first, always ask for specific feedback. Not how did I do? Ask, was there a specific skill or experience the final candidate had that tipped the decision? Recruiter answers specific questions more often than general one. Trust me, this is from my experience. 2. Separate the two categories. After every interview, write down what was in your control, like your answers, your preparation, your clarity, and what wasn't, like timing, internal referral, budget changes, a stronger niche skill. Stop mixing the two. If you will identify the both, it will be more easy for you to prepare for the next interview. And third, most important thing is treat every great interview, no offer, as data, not as a verdict. See, one data point tells you nothing, but if the 5 data points with the same patterns each and every time, that is giving you something real feedback. That feedback you need to fix. If every interview, like 5 continuous interview is saying same thing like great, everything is going good, we'll get back to you very soon. And then the email comes, no, sorry, we are going ahead with some other candidate. And the feedback coming again, the tool. That means that specific tool is the demand of the market. That means your niche, your skill needs that tool. You have to work on that tool. Collect data, but plan accordingly. Use that data to upgrade yourself. Otherwise, collecting the data is no use. But right question will give you the information that what market actually looking for, and that will help you prepare for your next interview with a more strong step. So next time you walk out of the interview feeling great and the offer still doesn't come, don't assume you failed. हो सकता है कि आप बेस्ट कैंडिडेट थे, बस एक छोटी सी चीज किसी और के पास थी. That's not rejection of you. That's a scorecard sitting next to another scorecard in a room you were never in. So stay focused and be positive. Have an interview coming up and you want to walk in knowing exactly where you stand, comment below and I will help you. Let's connect for your next interview preparation. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button and don't forget to share it with someone who want to hear this today. Also, if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe to my channel to get more clarity about your career. I'm your coach Sona Bhatt and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, keep learning and keep growing. Take care. Bye-bye.